Hi YouTube, this is Retta. I'm going to do a reading on, I can't bear to do another reading on Comey. I'm just going to do a reading on Trump and see where he is after the Comey testimony, if he's worried or anything like that. Also, I want to let you guys know, I was going to do a rant video. I took down a video of Selena Gomez. It was not because someone asked me, which no one did ask me to take it down. That wasn't the reason why I took it down. I took it down because, like you guys mostly know, I don't read tarot like other people. My gift doesn't come from, you know, how other people's gift comes from. I'll get into it more later on. So I don't read tarot like other people. When I read somebody, I get like, I touch on like the essence of that person when I read them. I get a feeling of who they are, what they're going through. And when I put up that reading on Selena Gomez, it was disturbing. And the reason why I put it up was so that people could understand, no, this girl isn't just a drug addict or has problem with drinking, or, you know, seems to be going down this downward spiral. There's stuff going on with her. I always talk about, I come from a place from conspiracy realist. I've had a radio show for years. You can still look up my past episodes called The Astral Traveler with Loretta. I talk about MK Ultra. I talk about the sexualization of these young girls in Hollywood and these young boys and how pedophilia is running rampant. That reading, I didn't expect it to come out, but my spirit guides and my higher self wanted it known. First of all, to show these other little girls out there that Hollywood isn't all golden. You know, you look up to these stars, you want to be these stars, but they have a hard life. And I was so upset. There was only 2 comments that even commented how disturbing the video was. Other comments were like, oh my God, can you do The Weeknd? No, I can't do The Weeknd. I don't care about The Weeknd. Did you just hear this reading of this poor girl and what she's going through? And you're too busy worrying about The Weeknd or what the next reading was? So that's why I took it down, because I felt that, you know, nobody was grasping the aspect of what this girl's doing. What happened to this girl? I even put in the comment section, this is a dark reading. Please, let's pray and give our prayers out for this young girl, for her, you know, for her mental health, for her safety. Let's put a prayer out for her because she's going through something right now. You know, I was so I took the video down, and I don't think I'll ever do right now another. I don't like doing these young Hollywood videos on these young kids in Hollywood because I have a feeling things are going to come out, you know, and my spirit guides are they're upfront. They think a light needs to be shined on everything, you know, and I don't like to do these young kids. I was so upset. I did. Someone asked me to do one on Fifth Harmony. I don't know who these girls are. It wasn't a bad reading. I really didn't care about these girls, but because my subscribers asked me over and over, I did it. I didn't even post it because I was so upset about the Selena Gomez and the reaction from my subscribers that gave me towards that reading. I took it down. Not because I felt what that reading was personal or anything like that. You know, I took it down because I couldn't believe the comments that was given. So right now, I'm going to do a reading on Trump. I don't care about Comey. I think Comey was a joke. His body language, everything was a joke. The only thing that I found out that was of interest was that Loretta Lynch did ask him to halt his investigation. But I want to see how Trump feels about the investigation, about what he feels about Comey's testimony. Is he worried? Some people ask if he's going to testify. I think it would be absolutely stupid for him to, you know, to testify under oath for any reason. You know, as you don't leave yourself open to that. But Trump is, you know, he's about that life, so he might just do it out of craziness. But I would think it would be stupid. So how does Trump feel about Comey? What was that? what were they calling it? This session between Comey and the Senate. I don't even know what the interrogation. Okay, so he has some emotions about it. Whoops, these cards came out. These two, we're going to see how that was the Two of Wands and the Lovers that came out. Let's see what that has to do with anything. The Hangman. Okay. I feel that he was very disappointed. I feel that he was very emotional about the reading. He had some high emotions. Whether they were good or bad, he had some high emotions. And he feels that this is another attempt to halt or stop the process. Halt or stop the process. And he's upset. I find he's very upset that he feels that this was another way to halt or stop the process. The Four of Wands, his foundation, you know, this fire he's starting. He's feeling like it's an isolated, you know, that this testimony only ignited more fire for his victory, for his success. That his camp is getting more riled up. So I don't think he looks at this testimony that Comey did as anything bad. He's upset. He has a lot of emotions towards it. He's angry. He's aggravated. But he feels that this was another way to halt or stop his process, to shut him up. He felt that this was a way to try to confine him, to shut him up, to halt his process. But in actuality, it ignited him even more. It ignited his camp. It ignited his people, the people that supported him, even more. It lighted a fire underneath them to become successful. So the Two of Wands is all about going forth, you know, on a choice, you know, go on a direction. So he's going to keep going forward. So this just solidified him to keep moving forward. And the Lovers is all about choices. It's all about choices. So, you know, he's willing to become vulnerable. It's all about choices. So he's willing to go forth and continue with his choices. What does that mean? He's not sleeping well. He's stressed out. He's still stressed out. He's not sleeping well. He's stressed out. He feels like the world is on his, you know, the world's at his hands. He's not sleeping well. He might have some insomnia. But he's getting strength from his, funny enough, is his wife. His wife is actually there, giving him strength. I think now that she's back in the White House, I just heard that she's back in the White House, she's able to tame him and to calm him. She's able to tame him and to calm him. He gets his strength from her, which everybody says that she doesn't love her husband, this and that. She really controls that relationship. Don't get it twisted. She's able to calm the beast. So she's coming forward. She's coming forward. And I think that it's going to settle him a little bit more. He's still going to have a lot of betrayal. He's contemplating because he feels like he's surrounded by people that are betraying him. He feels like he's on an island by himself. He feels just a lot. He's surrounded by betrayals. It's like, who can I trust? Who can I trust? But he's going to come back. Look, it's a rebirth. A rebirth. So I think with his wife being in the picture, it's going to give him a renewed sense of strength. He's going to be more vulnerable. I think he's going to show a more of a vulnerability. And he wants to cut through the bull crap and get to the truth. To this truth. He wants the light shined on the truth. He wants the light shined on the truth. What truth? I don't know. Let's see. Is he going to testify? I think it would be stupid for him to open himself up to that. I would. You know, that's just opening yourself up to I wouldn't do it. Let's see. Is he gonna testify? Trump, is he gonna testify? 9 of Cups. He's actually thinking about it. He's actually really thinking about testifying. He's actually really thinking about testifying. He feels that he's in the right. He feels like he's on the just side. He's the only one. Everybody else is telling him no, no, no. And he's like, well, I'm going to do it. I feel like testifying. Let's see if he does. Everybody's telling, nobody else wants him to testify. It's the death, the end of that. So the end. So the transforming of victory. So it's the end. But it's not telling me if he's going to testify. See how these cards are coming back up? But it's saying that, you know, his family's back, which I think that really ignited him. His wife and his son at home with him. That's really, you know, kind of gave him like I don't think he slept well and stuff without her being there. People are saying that their relationship is all that she's this battered woman. No, she tames the beast. She has more control and more reign on her husband, on Trump, than you would ever think of. He's really happy right now. And he's so full of himself right now that he's willing to testify. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Nobody else wants him to do it, but he's really doing it. But hopefully someone puts an end to that, to those thoughts. But it has wound up his base. His base is on fire for victory. It's not telling me if he'll testify. It's saying the 9 of Wands is standing firm on his ground. While things are, you know, he's on the defensive. He's going to stand on his ground. He's going to fight. He's indecisive. He's indecisive. So I don't think he's still, I don't think he's going to testify. I don't think so. I think he wants to. I think people don't want him to testify. People are trying to put an end to him testifying. He feels that if he testifies, it will give him a victory. It would ignite his camp, but other people are telling him no. He's trying to stand his ground. He's trying to stand his ground and defend himself. Even though he's battered and bruised and, you know, people have, you know, thrown things at him. He's hurt, you know, he's feeling some pain. But he wants to stand strong on defense and go at it and go. So there's some indecisive of which way to go, I think even though he wants to testify and, you know, his ego and his feelings want him to testify, I think he's just going to walk away from that. I think he's just going to say, he's just going to walk away from it. His anger and his emotions are really high. He's really pissed. He's really pissed at Comey. He's really pissed at Comey. And I see that this moon is covered, so he's unable to reveal everything that he knows. I think he knows some more stuff and he wants to say some more, but he's unable to reveal that stuff. He's just going to walk away. And he's pissed that he's walking away. So I don't think he's going to testify. I think he wants to. I think he feels that he will be vindicated. But I don't see him testifying. I think that's going to be an end to that. I think that he's pissed. He's pissed right now. He is pissed at Comey. He is pissed. Whether Comey is lied or whatever, Trump really wants to testify. People are telling him no, no, no. Even me personally are telling him no, no, no. Because not only, you know, they will take it not only to testify against Comey or about Russia. They're going to try to put other things You know, they're going to try to, and he's too, he says things off the cuff. He's not a prepared speaker. He's not a prepared, you know, he comes up with, when he answers something, it's really off the chest. He doesn't really do prepared speech. I think it will put him in, it would give them exactly what they wanted if he would testify. And I finally think, even though he wants to, and he really, really wants to, I think people are going to say no, they're going to put an end to that. So that's the end of the reading. I hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you later.